Hey guys, welcome back to the podcast. I'm Mikael and this is what I learned today. Today, we are going to talk about something that is about to explode even more this year. We're going to talk about Bitcoin. Now, there might be a lot of you who know what it is or have heard what it is, but I'm going to explain to you bit by bit what it actually means, what it is, how it works, so on and so forth. So, let's begin. So, what is Bitcoin? Well, Bitcoin is what's called a cryptocurrency, which means it's a type of digital money. Unlike traditional money, like euros or dollars, Bitcoin is not controlled by banks or governments. Instead, it is completely decentralized, which means no single person or company controls it. Now, Bitcoin was created in 2009 by a person or a group using the name Satoshi Nakamoto. Nobody knows who they really are, but their idea was simple. Create money that people can use online without needing a bank. Sounds interesting, right? But how does it work? Well, imagine you want to send money to a friend in another country. Normally, you need a bank or a service like PayPal. They check the transaction, they take a small fee, and then they send the money. Well, with Bitcoin, there is no bank. Instead, transactions are recorded in a giant digital book called a blockchain. Now, a blockchain is like a public record of every Bitcoin transaction ever made. It is safe because everyone in the Bitcoin network has a copy of this record. If someone tries to cheat, the network will notice and reject the transaction. Bitcoin transactions are checked by people called miners. Now, these miners use computers to solve difficult math problems. When they solve a problem, they confirm a Bitcoin transaction and add it to the blockchain. As a reward, they receive new Bitcoins. This process is called mining. Now, you might ask, if new Bitcoins are always being created, won't we have too many one day? Good question. The answer is no. There is a limit. Only 21 million Bitcoins will ever exist. This makes Bitcoin scarce like gold. And some people believe this will make it even more valuable over time. So the why. Why do people use Bitcoin? People use Bitcoin for different reasons. Here are some of the main ones. First, freedom. You can send Bitcoin anywhere, anytime, without asking a bank for permission. Secondly, security. Transactions are recorded on the blockchain. Remember we talked about the blockchain where individuals can see the transactions of other individuals to make sure everything is correct. So they cannot be changed or deleted. Low fees. Now, sending money across countries is often cheaper with Bitcoin than using banks. And lastly, but not lastly, investment. Some people buy Bitcoin hoping its price will go up. But there are also risks. Bitcoin's prices can go up and down very quickly. If you buy today, it might be worth less tomorrow. That's why some people say Bitcoin is a risky investment. How about its future? Bitcoin has changed the way we think about money. But what does the future hold for this digital currency? Will it replace traditional money? Or will it remain a tool for investors and tech enthusiasts? Let's explore some possibilities. Some experts believe that Bitcoin could one day become a universal currency. Today, every country has its own money. Euros in Spain, dollars in the US, yen in Japan, so on and so on. So when people travel or do business across borders, they have to exchange currencies, which costs money and takes time, actually. But with Bitcoin, there are no borders. Anyone, anywhere can send and receive Bitcoin instantly without needing a bank. This could make international trade easier and faster. Imagine a future where you could buy a coffee in any country using Bitcoin without worrying about exchange rates. However, for this to happen, Bitcoin needs to solve some problems. First, price stability. Right now, Bitcoin's value goes up and down too much. Businesses prefer stable money so that they can set prices confidently. Speed and cost of transaction. Bitcoin transactions can sometimes take a long time and have high fees. Developers are working on solutions like the Lightning Network, which could make Bitcoin transactions faster and cheaper. And if these changes are solved, Bitcoin could become a common way to pay for things just like credit cards or cash. Some people don't see Bitcoin as everyday money. Instead, they compare it to gold. Gold has been valuable for thousands of years because it's rare and difficult to mine. Well, Bitcoin is similar. It has a limited supply. Remember, 21 million will ever exist. And it's also mined, but digitally. In times of economic crisis, people often buy gold to protect their wealth. Well, now some investors do the same with Bitcoin. They believe that as governments print more money, regular currencies will lose value while Bitcoin and gold will remain valuable. If more people start treating Bitcoin as digital gold, we might see big institutions, banks, governments, companies holding Bitcoin as part of their financial reserves. This could make Bitcoin even more valuable in the long run. One of Bitcoin's biggest promises is financial freedom. In many countries, banks and governments control access to money. Some people cannot open bank accounts, and some governments freeze people's accounts if they disagree with them. We think about sanctions in Russia. Bitcoin offers an alternative because it is decentralized. Remember, no one controls it. No one can block or control your Bitcoin. If you have internet access, you can send, receive, and store Bitcoin safely. For example, in countries with high inflation like Venezuela and Argentina, people have used Bitcoin to protect their savings. When local money loses value, Bitcoin can be a way to store wealth in something more stable. Bitcoin is more than just money. It introduced blockchain technology, which can be used for many things. Secure payments, which we talked about earlier. More companies are accepting Bitcoin as a payment method. Smart contracts. Some blockchains like Ethereum allow people to create self-executing contracts without a middleman. Decentralized finance, or DeFi, a new system of financial services, is being built on the blockchain. As technology improves, we might see Bitcoin integrated into everyday financial services. Despite all its potential, Bitcoin faces many challenges. Government regulation. Some governments worry about Bitcoin being used for illegal activities or avoiding taxes. They might create laws to control or limit its use. Energy consumption. Bitcoin mining. Remember, we talked about that earlier. Bitcoin mining requires a lot of electricity. Some critics say it is bad for the environment. Well, obviously. Competition. Other digital currencies like Ethereum and stablecoins could become more popular in the future. And again, we're talking about this fluctuation going up and down, right? For Bitcoin to succeed, it needs to address all these challenges. So, Bitcoin is still young, only 15 years old, but it has already changed the financial world. Some believe it will revolutionize money forever, while others think it will remain just an investment tool. The future of Bitcoin depends on technology, regulation, and most importantly, I cannot emphasize this enough, public trust. If it continues to evolve and solve its challenges, it could become a major part of the global economy. So, what do you think? You think Bitcoin is the money of the future or just a trend? Let me know what you thought. Please comment in the comment section. Subscribe if you haven't. Like if you haven't. I'm Mikel, and this is what I learned today. Bye.